Hey guys, Shadow here, and in this video I will be showing you my solo fight against Frostback Pangar, one of the behemoths in the Maelstrom's current lineup. I will tell you what gear I used, what cells I had in it, what other weapons and armor could be used, as well as the consumables I suggest you take. If you're looking for more information on his abilities, then check out my full Frostback Pangar abilities guide in the description down below. I did this video as always with using my trusty sword, but I will mention advice which I hope benefit all weapons and not only this one. To begin with, I did struggle a bit with this solo fight, and I mean with the gear I used, but it shows that it's also doable. Firstly, the gear I currently use in this fight is a full normal Pangar armor set at base level. I suggest everyone to upgrade it to +4 rather than leave it at base, because that extra armor comes in quite handy for those hits. The chest has a +1 tough cell. The helmet has a +2 knockout cell, the gloves have a +2 knockout king cell as well, the legs have a +1 tough cell. Now, if you have unlocked any warm cells, I suggest using as many of them as possible, since they will increase your survival by a lot, especially when he uses his Ether mode. For lantern, I used an Embermane one with a +2 Aetheric Attunement cell. For my weapon, a Hellion sword at level 2 with +2 weighted strike cell and a +1 fortress cell. This is the minimum gear you use for this guy. Now, if you have killed other behemoths in the Maelstrom before him, which there is a chance you have, use the gear from them, upgrade it to level 3 so that it has more armor rating than any tier 4 gear. The Ragetail Gnasher should be available to you alongside Frostback, so check my solo video on him and go kill him a couple of times to get his gear. The Ragetail gear upgraded to level 3 or above is a lot more useful than the normal Pangar gear, and the Ragetail weapon will deal a lot more damage. If you also by chance got to kill and craft the Firebrand weapons while he was available, use those instead of Hellion ones. They're your best bet against Frostback. If you have high level Shockjaw weapon, you can also use it, since the extra shock stagger is useful. My general advice is to use the maximum damage weapon you have available rather than using a specific one. The weapon type is up to you, since you have to play with what you know best. Good hammer and axe players can deal with Frostback a lot faster than any other weapon, as long as they do not overextend themselves and play safe. That does not mean the sword, warpike and chain blades are a bad choice. On the contrary, as long as you're good with your weapon of choice, then that is your best bet. Stamina for me in this fight is an issue, so I suggest one of your potions to be a stamina tonic, and for the other two to choose ones which fit your style and overall fight choice. The Blitz and Frenzy tonics I use are always handy in any fight, because all behemoths enrage, and this means that Frenzy will give you an extra 30% of damage for the duration of the enrage mode. The Blitz one is more situational, because you might not get hit at all and evade everything, in which case it is a bit of a waste and you can swap it for something more useful. If you're going with a hammer or axe, then an assault tonic for increased dagger damage will benefit you a lot more. If you do get hit a lot, then take up a bulwark tonic, but I do not recommend taking any pylons, since Frostback can easily move you and himself away with a single roll. My first advice for this fight is to stay inside or next to his legs throughout the whole fight. This will force him to mainly use stomp, double kick and sometimes charge or tail swipe. You are also allowing for the Embermane lantern fireball to do its damage and not be wasted. Remember also that when you use the lantern's click ability, it increases your attack speed. You have to use it before you start a combo rather than after it. The reason for this is that the buff will start working from your next started combo after you activate it, and technically you're wasting it if you activate it mid-combo. If you know how to properly boop him and trust your skills, then try to force him to roll as much as possible and get him down on the ground. That is the second strategy you can take for the solo fight. Whichever one you go for, remember that you can focus his tail first, since to disable his tail swipes and tail slam when you destroy it, and sometimes people struggle with those. Also, never forget to use your weapon to its full potential. Use your sword evade attack to maximize your damage or give you more evading options. By sword evade attack I mean your roll plus primary attack click button evade. For the chain blades, save up your special attacks for evading when you run out of stamina. Also, your blade spin combo deals tons of damage if you can execute it in a proper moment of the fight, when he's either going out of enrage or out of ether mode. Hammer users, do not forget that you can always recharge your ammo by pressing your special ability button at the end of an attack. This works during any combo. Also, use your evasive blast whenever you feel like you need an extra distance from Frostback. Axe users, your horizontal edge combo is what I'd stick with for this fight, since it gives you mobility and possibility to both deal damage and evade attacks. It has a fast way of also staggering this guy, so use this to your advantage, combined with Embermane Lantern attack speed buff. Warpike users, I advise you to be careful when you try to boop him with your range attack, especially new players, since the time between him starting the roll and you charging the range attack enough for it to hit him is small sometimes. Other than that, don't forget that you can mix up your combos and try to time them properly, especially your third and fourth secondary combo strikes, which take a long time to finish. As with all my solo videos, try to stay safe and follow my principle of hitting less and being hit less. You're not going for a speed kill here, you're going for a solo kill. Never go for finishing a combo in exchange for getting hit by him, it is not worth it. Even if you get lucky and break a part, which causes him not to hit you, this will happen every so often, but that is luck and not something you should be relying on. Do not try to prevent him from going in ether mode by focusing the glowing scales on his body. It is impossible to do it solo. Instead, if you want him to get out of ether mode faster, try to force him to roll more. I have noticed that rolling in ether mode causes him to get out of it in 2 or 3 rolls. You can break this guy's head, tail, 2 legs and 2 claws, and everything drops items which you need for crafting gear from him. When you first kill him, craft and start upgrading his armor, that is your best bet, and it will also make it a lot easier to hunt him, as well as give you a chance to face him in heroic mode. This is everything regarding my solo fight against Frostback Pangar. If I missed anything, or you think that there is something I should cover more in depth, or have not given enough attention in this video, then please leave a comment to tell me. Thumbs up the video if you have liked it or it has helped you in some way. Share it as you see fit, and lastly, do not forget to follow me on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube at the links below for more Dauntless content.